Okay, I'm sitting in a little RV watching, get a couple of TV channels. This appears to be a testosterone channel. I think it's all male movies. Like, well, that's a commercial, but what's playing right now is, and it's all these old movies, not the newer ones. But what's on right now is, I think, The Good and Bad and Ugly, or For a Few Dollars More, or something like that. Fistful of Dollars with Clint Eastwood. But what I really want to show you, excuse the mess. I was so tired last night from working. I fell asleep about 8 or 9 at night. It's really unusual for me. For me, that's very unusual. I want to show you this. My new favorite recipe is, get any kind of brand of cottage cheese. I just happen to get that, and Yoplait yogurt, strawberry yogurt, and you mix the two together, and man, it is a treat. I need a little bit more of this in there. You just mix it together. I mean, I'm sure you're grossing out right now, but it's actually very, very good. So take a bite. Anyway, had a great day had a great day actually. Got reimbursed for stuff I was buying for the school. Went to Celebrate Recovery and talked to a professional addiction counselor, and after the meeting, and he was kind of excited about me going to school and suggesting where I could get a place to rent that up here, and even telling me where to get a behavioral health technician certificate, which I did not know you could get in Arizona. And when I told him I had my fingerprint clearance card, he was excited about that. He said that will go a long ways towards getting work. So, this has been a 7-year journey. When I went back to school, I thought, okay, I'm going to take a chance, take a step of faith. I can't stay on disability. I can't do the hard work I used to do. My joints and my back and everything just won't let me do it. So I thought, well, I have a good mind. I'm fairly intelligent, not on everything. No one is, but I have a good mind and able to learn. And so I thought I'd go back to school, and my plan was to get a human services degree and try to go to work while I'm finishing school. And I have done that. I did it in Iowa. Actually, I worked at Goodwill and helped worked with quite a few people that had disabilities and some behavioral health issues, and I loved it. I had to leave that job. There's too much documentation, and there was a few unethical things going on that I didn't want to risk losing my chance of getting a license over. So I told my supervisor about what I think they should do to fix it, and that's their choice. It's their moral dilemma right now. So I will not bend the rules just to try and make a buck. That's just me. I won't do it. There's a woman working there, supposedly a psychologist for 35 years, and I mean, we're talking about people with autism, antisocial personality disorder, borderline personality disorder, depressed people, schizoaffective, you name it. Almost everything was represented there. And they were having an indoor baseball game one day, and all the workers were there with all the clients, and she thought she would try to educate me and tell me how to work with disabled people. And she told me the first thing you have to do is you just can't look at these people as human beings. And you want to get my you want to get my fire lit, you just start talking like that to me about another human being. And yeah, so there was another lady there from the college that we went to college together, and she's a Christian, I'm a Christian, but looked at this psychologist right in the eye and I said, that is a bunch of BS, and I did not initiate it. And I did not abbreviate it with BS. I said it right in front of everybody. I said, if that's what this company's about, I don't want to work here. So I told my supervisor about it the next day. I think it was the next day, and I told him the same thing. I said, if that's what you guys are about, I'm out of here. If you want me to look at disabled people as less than human, then you've got some issues going on here, and I don't want to be a part of it. And he said, no, that's not our philosophy at all. And that psychologist was gone within a week. Whether it was me or whether it was because of what I said or some other reason, it was just, she didn't need to be there. I don't care if you've been a psychologist for 100 years. You start looking at people as less than human because they're disabled, you're disabled, in my opinion. You got a major disability going on. A cognitive one, a perceptual one. Anyway, I'm glad you enjoyed looking at my Yo Plate and Great Value cottage cheese and yogurt. It's very good. You should try it. But yeah, so I've had a good day, and I'm just looking forward to moving on, and I'm believing God. I've got about 2.5 months to find a place to live and get a behavioral health tech job up here, or keep this job with the charter school part-time for next year. But yeah, like I was saying, it's been a long journey, and I started out wanting to, I got a human services degree and associates in that, and pretty much kind of have stuck with the plan. I've got a little sidetracked here and there, but pretty much have stuck with the plan, and got my bachelor's, and so I've had some health issues. My health has been a kind of a clog in the wheel for the last 1.5 2 years, and just I think all the stress of living in Arizona, and I allowed myself to sink back into a mindset of things don't work out for me in Arizona, because frankly, folks, when I lived here before, it was hell on earth. There's no other way to describe it. And my friend, I was renting a room from Ed and Julie, and I think Julie got a little upset when I would say, because things started going south pretty quick, or like within a few months of me being here, and I just got this anxiety and fear. I thought, oh my God, here we go again. Please, dear Lord, I've worked so hard to get, have some forward progress. Please don't let me go through the same nonsense I went through before when I lived here. And I think Julie got a little upset at first, but then she saw, because I think she just may have thought I was making that up as an excuse, or I was bitter or angry, but and I'm not sure, I'm just assuming that's the way it came across. But after a while, she started seeing all the things that I would work my tail off, and then things just inexplicably would go wrong at the worst possible time. And she said, you know what? I think I'm starting to see it. Yes, I believe you. and not in those exact words, but you get the point. So, but I was, since I've been back here, it's been tough. But the last month or two, I thought I've kind of snapped out of it and gotten back to my mindset that I had in Iowa. That I can do anything I want to if I set my mind to it. People succeed in Arizona all the time. God's no respecter of persons. I can do it too. So anyway, that's the plan. I got my bachelor's, and now I have my fingerprint clearance card. We're going to really put some effort into finding a job, and it'll be a big test to see if I can work full time, and because I haven't done it in so long, and so I'm asking for prayers that my health will be well enough. I'm believing it will be. I've worked hard to get healthy enough to do what I'm doing. It's not right where I want to be, but it's better than where I was at. So, because I'm grateful for the disability, but it's not enough to live on, and you know, I need something better for me and my family. So, and God's going to give it to me. I believe. I was 2 hours away from being homeless just 2 weeks ago, and I called my friend up. I actually asked him, look, can I pitch a tent in your backyard until I can find a place to live? I wasn't even asking for a room to rent or anything, and he said, well, I got an RV, you can rent that out, and because I was willing to pay rent to live in my tent. I mean, I have no problem with doing that. Not that I would like it. It's very difficult, but whatever it takes to move forward and succeed, that's what I'm going to do. If I have to live in my tent and go to school, that's what it's going to take. I'll do it. I don't want to, and I don't believe God's going to allow me to, let me go through that. So anyway, praise God. My friend let me stay here, and let me give you an example of how my mindset has totally changed in the last month or two. Like I said, I moved up here, moved into his little RV he's letting me rent, and lo and behold, the week after I moved in, the city decided to make a law or reinforce a law, one of the two, that you're only allowed 3 months to stay in an RV before you have to leave. If I didn't know better, I'd swear I was in a third world country with laws like that. But at any rate, it's all right, because my original plan was just stay here 2 months, hopefully, and 2 to 3 months 3 months at the most, because I really do want my own place, and I really want to just move forward with God and move forward with what He has for me, and start helping people with what I've learned in school. I haven't been able to share much of my writing from school, actually none for the last year, because unknowns to me, somebody stole my work and tried to turn it in as their homework. So I got contacted by the school and was told, hey, you can't do that. And I thought it was mainly on my group page. I was sharing it. I thought no one could take it, but boy, was I wrong. So, but anyway, so consequently, I haven't been able to share as much as I'd like to. So I'm really kind of itching to get out there and help people, and going to Celebrate Recovery is part of my own growth and maturity, and it's been a great organization for me and a blessing for me. So, yeah. So, I guess that's it. I've talked enough while you're looking at my yogurt. So it's very good. I promise you, if you try it, you will not regret it. And there's one of my favorite drinks now, Arizona raspberry tea. My other one is Arizona green tea with honey and ginseng. That one's pretty good. So anyway, talk to y'all later. Appreciate your prayers. God's doing good things, and I ask you to keep praying for me, and because your prayers are helping me succeed, believe it or not. I believe that with all my heart. I've had so many people praying for me, and as many inexplicable, weird, bad things that I've had happen. Now it's inexplicable good things. So it's a miracle. God has answered our prayers, and still a long way to go. So that's why we always need to pray for each other. And I pray for you, you pray for me, and then we'll all be okay. So bless you guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.